Good morning, Patriots. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. As you can see, well, I'm out here in the woods today. Well, partial woods, if you can see it. See them woods? Here's the trees and the birds. See right here where the guys busheled his land off. You know, people, I get out here in the woods and it kind of gives me solace to get away from everything for a little while, right? With everything that's going on in our country, all the protesters out there hating, protesting about crap they have no idea because they don't know the real history of America because they want to buy into all this liberal bull crap that gets shoved down their throat. These people up from Washington shoving it down their throat and they believe in it. But like I said on another video, they the ones out there getting their heads basted, right? Getting their heads bashed over nothing because, you know what, you can demonstrate like that. But until we get the right people up there in that White House, just like these woods out here. If you look at these woods right there, well, they ain't tended to, right? This part right here is tended to. Well, when you tend to flock, you tend to get things back in order. You know, you beat back the wild bushes and stuff like that with the same thing in America. Like George Patton, and I'll say it again, George Patton said it in one of his greatest speeches. What are you going to do when the great challenge of America is getting right there confronted into your face when America's getting threatened? Now, at that time, it was World War II. But he asked them when he did his great speech, what are you going to tell your grandchildren in history when it was time for you to stand up and do something for your country? Are you going to say you just sat on the porch and did nothing because you didn't care? Or are you going to draw a line in the sand and go, you know what, it's either one side you're going to be on or the other side. And one side is keep things the way it is, or you get on the other side and fix what's going on. Because what's going on in Washington is a sad day for our country, actually a sad time for our country, because our country was not built to be run down the road that it's in right now. And right now our way of life is getting challenged. And you know, the line in the sand is this. If you want to side for the right for what's going on with our country, well, you get put down, you get spit on, you get told you're a traitor, all this stuff. Do you think our forefathers and our patriots back in history felt any different when they had to fight their own neighbors because of tyranny that England was putting down on our country? Well, right now it ain't England, but it's our government. And it's like Robert McLeod Jr. put out earlier. That Constitution is for the people, by the people. Not the government to tell the people what to do. And I, for one, is tired of getting told what to do by our government. And it's time to it's time to stand up and make a line in the sand and say, you know what, enough's a freaking enough. And it's time for everybody to get their voices out there and stand up for what our country is about. And it is about freedom. Now, I know you got these people out there making video talking about, you know, we need to get back to, you know, the way the Constitution really was and all that. Well, we do. But the thing is, the world's a lot different than it is now. Now you got all these different races that live together, and the world is more combined. In other words, even though it's overseas, you know what's going on overseas like quick as it happens. Now, back when our Constitution was written, you only pretty much had one race or two races in America. You had the Europeans and you had the Indians. So, and then everybody was pretty much combined, you know, they lived in a certain area in the 13 colonies, and if you went across the Appalachians, well, you was in Indian territory. So it would be easier to get true enlightenment, I guess. But what today's world is, the challenges as it faces today's world is to get everybody to live together on a common core of we are free, we make our own decisions, and we can do religion without prejudice. Our government is there to help produce jobs, keep America, trades in America going for overseas, for the corporations here can make money, not make money overseas because they want to dodge taxes. Because that's what's wrong with America. All these companies are overseas outsourcing their jobs, paying them people overseas hardly no money to do these jobs. When we can make the same goods here in America, better quality goods like it used to be, and get small businesses back up and running, and get our people in their own communities working, get the money going in their own communities, and get rid of the big corporations running these communities. So the mom and pop stores will be back where they used to be. And that's what Robert McLeod Jr. is trying to do. He's trying to get people to wake up that it can be better, that we can have somebody in Washington with our voice, not the corporation's voice, where we can get help for the veterans that they need. We can get help for the homeless people in this country that is needed. Get programs in these inner cities that are needed. Big Brother programs stepped up where they're needed. YMCAs, more money into the YMCA centers and education centers in the big cities where they needed, so these kids have somewhere to go other than a street corner. Because if you don't tend to it, it's going to be America's turning into that. Wild instead of that. You understand? That's my rant today, Patriots. I hope everybody has a blessed week, or the rest of the week. Let's continue to get the word out there. When I do this flag march, I'm sure all of you know it, because it'll be a big thing. But I'm gonna do that when I get back from Florida. But God bless all of you. Continue to get the word out there for Robert McLeod Jr. And it's time to draw a line in the sand, people. What side do you want to stand on? Do you want to stand on the side to get this country fixed? Or do you want to just go down the same road with the same issues that we got it, and nothing's going to change? It's just going to get worse. And if you put Robert McLeod Jr. in there, it's going to get better. You'll see a change for the better. So let's draw a line in the sand and say enough's enough and get on the right side, and that's the American Party. God bless all of you. This is the Patriot out.